Every eye was turned towards the young man, who, spite of the agitation he could not but feel, advanced with dignity, and said in a firm voice, "I am he. What is your pleasure with me?" "Edmond Dantès," replied the magistrate, "I arrest you in the name of the law." "Me?" repeated Edmond, slightly changing color. "And wherefore, I pray?" "I cannot inform you, but you will be duly acquainted with the reasons that have rendered such a step necessary at the preliminary examination." Monsieur Morrel felt that further resistance or remonstrance was useless. He saw before him an officer delegated to enforce the law, and perfectly well knew that it would be as unavailing to seek pity from a magistrate decked with his official scarf as to address a petition to some cold marble effigy. Old Dante, however, sprang forward. There are situations which the heart of a father or a mother cannot be made to understand. He prayed and supplicated in terms so moving that even the officer was touched, and, although firm in his duty, he kindly said, "My worthy friend, let me beg of you to calm your apprehensions. Your son has probably neglected some prescribed form or attention in registering his cargo, and it is more than probable he will be set at liberty directly he has given the information required, whether touching the health of his crew or the value of his freight." "What is the meaning of all this?" inquired Caderousse frowningly of Danglars, who had assumed an air of utter surprise. All right, there is a lot to unpack here. Morrel just backing down, immediately recognizing, like, okay, this isn't the moment to make a stand, to make a petition, to make a protest. He's got to do his duty. Things are in motion here. Maybe he's just backing away, realizing he could do more good once the next stage of this comes into play. But then Daddy Dante just swings in, praying and swaying the magistrate's heart in a moment that isn't played out too deeply. It takes a not very sentimental view of the moment, which is odd. But basically, Daddy Dante is here just crying his heart out and begging that there must be some mistake. You must let my son go. To the point where the officer is even moved and tries to put Daddy Dante at ease, probably saying something he doesn't quite believe, otherwise he wouldn't have soldiers with him, but doing it to assuage the old man, which is something. Is it sweet? I don't know. And then we end with Caderousse just disappointed in Danglars. A little surprised at Danglars, but knows exactly, at least I took it as, like, he knew as soon as the officers busted in, he knew that the plan that had been discussed the night before was actually acted upon. And Danglars, plausible deniability just right from the get-go, immediately acts surprised, even to Caderousse. And then there's the interaction here between Dante and the magistrate, where he asks, well, why am I being arrested? And the magistrate basically tells him, I can't tell you that, but, you know, you'll learn all the reasons once we have our preliminary examination. The magistrate says that it could just be an accounting error or something, and perhaps this is just alluding to that coffee and tobacco contraband that Dante had brought over for his father. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to continue forward with the Count of Monte Cristo, Chapter 5. I'll see you here tomorrow. Okay, bye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.